If you ask any entrepreneur about the moment that their career changed, they could probably tell you the time and the place and what they were wearing.
Totally. And for Kristin Juszczyk, the date was January 13th, 2024, and the place was Arrowhead Stadium when Taylor Swift stepped out. We all remember it, that jacket that Kristin made.
1 year later, Kristin is here alongside one of the most successful businesswomen in the world. You know Emma Grede. We have her on our show often.
We're obsessed with her.
And we're here to talk about this new launch. This is a wow. Talk about that, Kristin. I mean, that was a career-defining moment.
Oh,
Taylor
absolutely.
walks out, got your merch on.
Yes.
You must have just flipped.
Oh, it was the best day of my life. I was just so excited the whole day. I mean, this has been just a love of mine for so long and truly a passion project. Mm-hmm. And it just having, you know, her step out wearing something that I made with my hands was just such a pinch me moment. And then to be here 1 year later, sitting next to Emma is the equally as a pinch me moment.
I mean, we always talk about Emma is the queen.
Is she not? She floats. She floats.
I mean, she could work with any brand, including anything we do. We're like, please, Emma.
Well, especially this one, when it's based on such intrinsic talent, right? And at the end of the day, I think that what Kristin brings to off-season is this innate way of working, of creating designs, and everybody wants to wear everything she does.
Yes.
And so for the years, we've all been watching her online construct an outfit for every single game, and we're like, we need that, we want it. And so we're bringing it to the people.
So you have your choice, Emma, of lots of businesses, I'm sure, who come to you.
It's true.
But there was something, you always talk about the gap. There's a gap in the market, and you saw the gap right
I really saw the gap. And I think that what we have to know is that the best brands exist in a certain timing, right? It's when timing collides with what's happening in popular culture. And when we look at what's happened in sports, right, the Olympics last year, the way that, you know, whether or not you're a football fan, I am a football fan, but we're obsessed with Super Bowl, we're obsessed with women's sports. Right. And so when the timing and culture is right and somebody's doing something really good, that's the time to launch a brand. And off-season is exactly that.
Can we look at some of your products? We have them. We're shooting video of these.
Look at them.
Now, Kristin,
they're so pretty.
I mean, you don't have a design background. You're just really good.
Thank you.
And some say this has the potential to be $1 billion brand.
Oh, gosh.
Wait,
not to put any pressure.
Is that with a B? Wow.
Hey, we're just happy to get something out there, truly. It's been such a learning experience for me. And I mean, I wanted to make sure that these pieces felt like they were handmade because I'm a perfectionist and Emma knows I'm a perfectionist. And they really have so much quality to them, whether that's the embroidery or the silicone patches. There's texture, and I wanted them to feel spliced and diced like how I do.
Yeah.
So I feel like we did a really good job.
Well, I think one of the things that's like the most important part of this story, which I read, is that you weren't worried about like, oh, how can I go make a ton of money or how can I build this? You were just obsessed with it.
Obsessed.
And so I think for anybody out there watching that may not know Emma, but that has like an obsession, what would you say has been the best part of this all?
I think you just have to keep putting yourself out there. I mean, when this was something that I first started doing, it truly was just a love of mine. And it's so funny because I would look back at that first piece and be mortified. Like I would look like this. And now I look at it with such pride because it took me to where I am today. But you just have to keep pushing it. And if you love it, you'll continue to do it. It doesn't matter the criticism you get. Of course, you can't please everybody. But if it brings you joy and it brings you happiness, that's all that matters.
And Emma, like Jenna said, not everyone gets to sit next to you. What advice would you give to someone who at home is saying, I'm that person? I'm like Kristin.
Well, you know, I think that when you look at what Kristin's done is she followed her heart, she followed her passion, but you can't teach intensity. And what she did was every single week come back with something to just like create and cultivate this community. And she chased me down. This girl, she DM'd, she got a million different people to get in touch with me. But that's important, right? Because intensity, working really hard and being obsessed with what you do is like there's no, you know, there's no mistake in it.
Kristin, can you point out your husband is here? Which
Oh,
we're so excited. Oh, you know what?
My favorite
inspo.
He's the best.
There's support you, which we love so much.
You support him, he supports you. That's awesome.
That's what works.
It's been so fun to have our two worlds really blend together. And now he's an employee of the NFL, and now so am I. I never would have expected that.
What you're doing is amazing. You have the best partner.
The best.
We love Emma. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much.